Let's see if you are a woman of your word. You like a challenge. Well, I love to give a challenge once a challenge is offered. And in this instance, you are so wrong. I had to, jump in real time to talk to you. I'm not trying to write you. I could write a novel that you wouldn't read, but all with true and accurate, real reasons. Why you are so wrong. Now, first of all, you come out and say, so you guys have to understand this page is rigged, right? Okay, from the jump, your starting statement does not make sense. Rigged as to how what? How is it rigged? Rigged in like what? Like how is it rigged? Okay? That doesn't, so you jump off right there. Like if you said like it's not rigged. Like is it? I don't get, what's going on as far as in your mind right now, but I'm just telling you right there you're wrong. And the likelihood of a collective awakening happening while possible and beautiful seeming is likely all part of the mass distraction tactic like everything else. Like, okay, I hope you read this and then I hope you get, the boot, to be honest with you. Because so the age of Aquarius isn't real. The harmony and understanding, that's not real. What about, do you believe in ages? Or are we just, like what's going on? Do you know that you know so little about what's happening? So little, and I know that you're not even a higher intelligence being trying to do. I don't know how you got in here, but it's so wrong. Okay, I'm telling you, we know more than you do. I know so much more than you do, and you can't imagine it. And I'm trying to share with the public, and now it's time. In our place, in our order, there are rules, and there are things that we have not been allowed to share with you that are coming to light now. There's so much stuff that is happening, not only in the spirit realm, but with the ruling elite class that you know nothing about. I've waged war on these people in a way you can't imagine. I was recruited so hard, as a child, I thought maybe, the death of my biological father, who happened to be a Brown, right? If I told you my grandfather's name, you would know it. Associated with music. And then Jordan, my grandma Jordan, I have great DNA, okay? And they also happen to have other DNA inside of me. Did they follow? Like, is it like gold little dust sprinkling through the, bloodstreams? And most of the people aren't that up to snuff, So I stood out. And if I had any doubt, I scored too high on this test. And then if I had any doubt about that, I did this writing thing. And it's like, I did all of this stuff, right? And so my dad, my biological dad, it broke my heart. And then I met this dude. He tells me he's married, my mom. And I have a new dad, which I was praying for because I wanted another dad. But you can't imagine. But what I tell you the truth, he is who he says. Okay, the capital of the United States is not Washington, D.C., because Washington, D.C. is Virginia property, and it used to belong to George Washington and a handful of men, and they put it right here. That's why all the presidents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, were all Virginians, and now you know where you are. We house the entire government. And so if there is a capital, it would be right here in the city of Richmond. Richmond, we hold the whole government. And there is a law and consulting firm, and it's an ancient firm. It's been around a long time, a long time. And my dad was one of the first. And they're the best cop. They were like the first class that could go to UVA, and that was very cool. My dad saw Leroy, and the brother in here. He's like, yeah. So my dad came up to him and said, "Hello, how are you?" And he told him that he was Leroy, Hassel, and then, he was, he was here because UVA was the best school, best and then after he graduated from UVA, he was going on to Harvard Law because that's the best law school in the world. Then he was going to join, McGuire Woods, right? Making partner there, anyway, he married this girl, and, he had this plan, right? And it's kind of eerie how it all worked out, like how he literally did every single step of that. He was the first black man on the Supreme Court. Then he was the first black Chief Justice on the Supreme Court. And when my dad was called to represent his son did something silly. I know his son, I'm not trying to throw, but he, who the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, look who he got to represent him. Now, people don't understand how much weight, because they keep it, hidden. They're modest behind the scenes and shit, but they are doing everything in their power, even though it's law. And here's the thing, I don't care, I don't judge, but when kids are getting abused, and when I am being, hunted, but they want to kill me because I'm trying to stop a dolphin slaughter. It's evil, it's evil, it's evil, it's evil. And here's the thing, it is defeated. There was so much stuff that the bad guys did not know. There's a lot of things I didn't know, because God was with us in this whole time, and we did not know it. They tried to threaten, and it's crazy, everything that's happening. You got to be more comfortable with aliens, guys. But if they hide it from you, they take true stories, right? Fictionalize them, sell it to you as fiction, and that's what they do. There is this movie. It kind of came out, and they were talking about it, and it didn't come out. Anyway, they were trying to figure out why anybody would want to make that movie. About this just illegitimate heir that just goes around, just killing them all. But he ends up, well, according to they tweaked it a little bit. The first, I don't know how the first version ended up, but the second version, they changed the name, to make, still read something, but he's they changed the name, and he ends up on death row. So I think they went in the air. Weird. It's just weird, man. Weird. I know so much more than you could ever know. But what? Even a thing, I know enough that you don't know that nothing is happening. And what about the sky? I mean, the sky. You don't believe in anything. So anything. So actually, what's going on? What do you think? What's going on in the world? What say you?